What's up, guys? It's Pete, Overweight to Great. I just want to share something with you guys. And usually, when something big happens to me, I tend to love to just share it. So, last night I was getting ready for bed, and I got an IM from a close friend of mine, a best friend. I consider him a brother. And I'm just going to read this first part real quick. He said, "Damn, Petey, I'm not going to lie to you. You're a big inspiration right now. As of tomorrow, I will be going to my cousin's funeral. He died this week of a massive heart attack at 31. Me and you had our good times, but I think it's time to be cool like you." And what he meant by cool, as in getting into that healthy and fit lifestyle. Now, I don't know what the exact cause of the heart attack was. I just find it sometimes to be disrespectful asking somebody how they died until later on, but I feel like the wound's still fresh. But when he had sent that to me, it hit me. We spent a good amount of time going back and forth of just talking about how much how much progress I've made in my life, how much my life has changed. But I also mentioned to him that lifestyle that we lived, it was all about just getting drunk, not caring about anything. We were just all about living in the moment and not giving two shits about tomorrow. Now, I left the Bay Area and came out to Vegas. Out of all places, I made the big change and came out to Sin City. But I explained to him it wasn't just, my weight loss journey. It was the fact that, I have kids. And majority of people do change when they find out they have kids on the way, and some don't. I just was part of that majority that decided to make the change. But I was explaining to him exactly that when I decided to take this journey, and I've mentioned this I think on my first video, it was because of one morning. My son now is just a year old. He just turned a year last month. But I explained to him, I woke up one morning, I think he was about 8 months, 8 months, somewhere around there. And I explained to him that, man, I woke up, my back was sore. And I knew for a fact it was due to me being overweight, obese, and just unhealthy. And at times, this is before my son even started walking, I would get winded at the park. Mind you, my kid's not even walking yet. I knew right then and there, in order for me to really make that change, to live a long and happy life, healthy and all, for my family, I'd have to make that change. And I explained to him how I started. Usually I hate giving advice out just because I feel I'm not on that level yet to where I think I should be helping other people, but now I'm throwing that out the window. And I explained to him, and being that he's a close friend, I explained to him that I started off just by walking. And as of today, I'm now jogging. I'm getting ready to do my 5K, my first 5K in March. I can't wait for that. But I told him just walking, for me, it has helped me a lot in my weight loss, but I definitely will leave the weightlifting making the bigger impact. I just feel that my body responds better to the weightlifting. But I explained to him that now the reason why I do it every morning, I get up at 5 a.m., sometimes 4, depending how far I want to go. I get up and I hit this cardio session, and for me, it's just me opening up to myself. I kind of reflect back at what I've done in the past, and a lot of people say you shouldn't think about the past, but for me, I take that time each morning and just think about all the shit I've been through, from my alcohol problem to the shitty relationships, from the time, all those times I spent in jail because of that drinking problem, and then also just a ton of stuff, but also, the loss of my late beloved brother. And that cardio session each day I take, it kind of symbolizes, for every step I take, it's a step further into my future and away from the past. I'm not running from my past, but I know for each step I'm getting, closer to a better future. And, last night was definitely a heart-to-heart that we had, and I told him anything is possible. If it's one thing I learned, yes, I'm losing weight along the way, but I've learned not to really focus on it, but just to better myself, mentally, physically strong. I just get stronger each day. Life can be hard, but I know for a fact I've been through worse and I'm going to go through better. And that's just the way life works for me. Um, and for anybody out there who's just wondering how to go about a weight loss journey, or thinking about it, or just wondering what the best, what good things come out of it, I can tell you, you will learn so much about yourself. If you go through what I've been through, I deal with depression. I've dealt with so much depression, and this weight loss journey is just a great way for me to cope with it. You'll find that, a weight loss journey or losing weight really does help. If you decide to take that step into becoming healthy and fit, you won't regret it. What's the worst that could happen? Besides the fact you'll be overweight still, or obese, or you know what I mean. But like I told my friend, I can give you all the support you want, but it's not me that has to walk in your shoes. You definitely have to do all the work. Motivation's great and all, but for me, motivation doesn't get the job done. It just comes down to commitment deep down inside my heart. But if you're out there and you want or you need support, let me know. Feel free, like, subscribe, comment down below and let me know. I'm definitely open to it. It's definitely been a long journey, and I'm happy I went public to my friends and family. I never thought I would ever inspire or motivate anybody, but here I am today. And also, this is day 87. I'm coming up on day 100. I have so much to go over. Day 100, I will have my 100-day transformation video, and then I think the following day I will have just me going over my new goals and just where I want to go with this channel. But thank you all for just supporting me throughout the whole journey, and just being there. Till next time, guys. Later.